it's Sav here. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a very easy apple turnover recipe using puff pastry. This recipe is easy to prepare, takes minutes to make, but it'll look like it took hours to execute. Keep watching and I'll show you guys what you'll need to do next. First, you will need a package of frozen puff pastry sheets. This packaging comes with 2. You want to remove them out of the packaging and let it sit out on your counter to thaw for about 30 to 40 minutes, but if you want, you can leave them overnight in the fridge as well. I have here a couple of apples that I've already peeled the skin off, and I'm just going to cut around the core and give it a nice small dice. I'm using here Fuji apples, but you can use whichever one you prefer. If you like them more tart, you can use Granny Smith. Sometimes I use Golden Delicious. It all really depends on my mood. I'm actually going to use only 2 of the apples today because they are kind of large. If I use smaller apples, sometimes I will use 3, but 2 bigger size apples are usually what you'll need for 2 full puff pastry sheets. Place them into a bowl and set this aside. Into a non-stick on medium-high heat, you want to add in all of your apples and 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. To that, you want to add half a cup of packed brown sugar. A nice big pinch of kosher salt or regular salt is fine as well. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And also ground nutmeg to taste. Stir this all together and you want to cook the apples down for about 5 minutes. Usually I melt the butter down first and then add the apples, but I don't know, today I just wasn't thinking. So you want to cook this all up until most of the liquid has evaporated. It's been about 5 minutes and as you can see, it's thickened up quite nicely. Most of the liquid is gone. Set this aside and let it cool down before using. So I have my workstation ready to go. Aside from your thawed out puff pastry, you will also need 2 tablespoons of cubed butter, 1 egg mixed with some water, granulated sugar, some flour, and off to the side here we have our delicious cooked down apples that we are going to use for our filling. You want to start off by lightly flouring your surface here. Take your first sheet of puff pastry and place it on top of the flour. With the other sheet, put it back in the fridge because you want to keep it cold. I'm going to lightly flour this. And with my rolling pin, I'm going to slightly roll it out. There's no need to spend too much time on this part. I just want to get rid of some of the cracks within the puff pastry. And I do prefer to thaw out my puff pastry on the counter for 30 minutes or so instead of overnight because it's easier to work with when it's not too soft. Now you want to grab a knife and just cut out 4 even-sized squares. You want to hit all corners and all edges of the puff pastry with a little bit of egg wash. And then you want to place about 2 heaping tablespoons of your apple filling right in the middle. Add a little dab of butter on top. Then fold over your puff pastry. And using your hands, you kind of want to squeeze in and tap down on your puff pastry so that it kind of seals. Dip your fork into some all-purpose flour and then start to crimp the outer edges just like so. Makes it kind of pretty and it also seals the puff pastry. You want to rotate and repeat the same process on the other side. Using a knife, I'm going to create 2 little slits right on top. Place your finished apple turnover on your baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Take a little egg wash and hit that all over. And now I'm going to sprinkle with a little bit of granulated sugar, 1 nice pinch, and just repeat the same steps with your other ones. You want to bake it in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes and they'll look something like this. Looks pretty tasty, right? Alright, so I have one of my turnovers here. I am ready to dig it. It's going to be nice and crunchy and have that yummy filling while it's kind of gooey, and the apples are going to be cooked down to perfection. Mmm. Mmm. That is so good. I need like a cup of tea with this or something. Somebody make me some tea? Somebody? No? Nobody knows how to do anything here except for me? Okay, never mind. That was worth a shot. This, for real though, seriously, this is so easy to make, and it's the perfect balance of sweetness and tartness from the apples. You can serve this alongside some ice cream, some whipped cream. You can also drizzle on some vanilla glaze. Don't forget to visit the blog to get that recipe for the vanilla glaze for the apple turnover. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.